Are you trying to figure out where the best place to live in Boston, Massachusetts is? My guess is yes, because you're here watching this video and you're doing your research online, and there's just so much information out there. You're just looking for more because you need to digest it. Because let me guess, you're thinking about moving here. Maybe it's because you got one of those amazing jobs. I have to be honest, the thing that originally brought me back to Boston was a job. It was way, way, way back, over a decade ago. And I was working in the footwear industry for Converse. You might have heard of them. And I had an opportunity at the corporate office. So it was one of those things where I myself came back to Boston because of a job. So what I wanted to go over is, all the different companies that are here right now, because you may want to move here and you may just haven't found that job yet. So are curious, who are the people that I should be looking into as far as companies? So if you're relocating to Boston, well, look, I've lived in Boston for over a decade since then and helped so many people relocating to Boston. And, it was to help them find a place that best fits their lifestyle, as well as best fits what they need for their careers. In this video, I'm going to be helping you with your search on where to possibly work in Boston. This video is all about what companies are the best in Boston for 2023, starting right now. What's up, everybody? This is Joe with the Turco Group right here in Boston, Massachusetts. If this is your first time to this channel and you want to know everything about working, eating, sleeping, living, playing, and what it's like to be a green teamer, make sure you subscribe. Click that little bell so that you're notified every time we do a new video. Honestly, we get so many phone calls, texts, emails every day from people who are relocating here for a job. And, we absolutely love it. If you're thinking about moving anywhere in the area, relocating, or coming here to stay, make sure you give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, and, even send Paul Revere. Days, nights, weekends, however you want to get a hold of us, we've got your back when moving to Boston. So what are the things that you really want to think about when you're moving here? Well, it's, like I said, those jobs. It's who are the top employers? Who are the people that are going to be making it so that you can afford to live in such a great and beautiful area? So let's get right to it and start talking about the 5 top employers here in Boston, Massachusetts for 2023. Okay, so one of the first and biggest employers that you're going to want to check out is, believe it or not, General Electric. Yes, electric company, GE. It is not just about electricity. It is an engineering company. It has over 300,000 employees, many of them based right here in Boston, Massachusetts. Now, what are the type of jobs that you might be looking at if you're going to be applying to General Electric? Well, there's a couple. So let's go into it. You got mechanical engineers. You've got software developers and application designers. You have people like marketing managers. You have people like, industrial engineers. You have a lot of highly skilled, highly qualified engineering and scientific work being done at General Electric. They have a lot of just different benefits. They're a great company, and it's something that if you're looking, you should be checking them out. You can go to ge.com. And again, they're an engineering, they're a publicly traded company, and the company's energy management segments offers just a ton of different opportunity. So if those are your fields and you want to live in Boston, definitely check them out. Okay, the next biggest is Gillette. So we're looking at our number 2 company on, the top 5 companies that you might want to work for or look into work for if you're going to be moving here to Boston, or even if you're just already here and you want to get into a new industry. So Gillette, it's not just the stadium, it's actually, yes, and maybe they want to send me a couple samples. It is a razor company. It is where they specialize in personal care product for men, and it is just one of those things where people don't realize how big an industry something that simple is, and it's based right here in Boston. Now, interesting facts about Gillette is it's one, very diverse, with 40% of its workforce being considered an ethnic minority, and 40% of the company is female. So you have a lot of diversity, you have a lot of women, you have a lot of women in management, you have over 100,000 employees. It is a company that is established. It was founded in 1901, so it's over 100 years. And if you're looking for a job, check out Gillette.com. It is one of the better paying companies too, and the company has great employee retention, with staff members usually staying for 5.5 years, which if you look at how long most people hold a job, it's significantly less than that. But not only that, you're going to have things like, oh hey, Gillette Stadium, you're going to get some perks. So the next company that you should look at if you're thinking about moving to Boston is Gillette Stadium. And drop a comment down below if you had heard of these companies but never really realized they were Boston companies, or if you're finding that as we're going through this list that one of the companies that you think is the top 5 for Boston isn't there. I want to know, because if I made a mistake, I want to fix it. But honestly, I think you're going to love these companies. I think you're going to think that they're spot on, but your input and feedback is always important to me. All right, so one of the other top employers here in Boston, and if you're local, you're going to know all about it. You might roll your eyes and be like, yeah, everybody knows about it. But I think if you're watching this video, it means you don't know exactly what you might be doing, or you're looking for a career change and you just know that you want to be in Boston. So you need to know who those big employers are. And that's going to be a company called State Street. Now, State Street is a leading financial services provider, and they're giving some of the world's most sophisticated institutional knowledge. And they offer a flexible suite of services that, is on the investment spectrum. It's investment management, it's research, it's trading, and it's investment servicing. I have a couple friends that are auditors at State Street, and they love it there. And it's, again, a very diverse company. Boston is about diversity and inclusion. So, it's 38% female, it's 40.3% where it's ethnic minorities. And, the thing is people tend to stay. It is one of those few lifelong companies. So if you're thinking about it, check out statestreet.com and, tell them Joe sent you. Okay, let's get right back into it with the number 4. Yes, I know I'm Italian. I talk with my hands sometimes. I'm working on it, YouTube. But here's the thing. You want to know about these companies and you got to check them out. Again, I would never have thought about this until I started working in the corporate footwear industry, and it was Iron Mountain. Never even heard of it, never even thought about it, didn't even get it. And I was like, what is Iron Mountain? Why do we care? What's the big deal? Why is so many people at work talking about it? Well, what it is Iron Mountain is a Boston-based company that does data protection. It is like recovery services. It's backups for, your important financial records. And they're centered around providing other companies like Converse, like, Aetna, like Gillette, like State Street, all of the different data protection and backing. And it is just, again, another great company. It's well established. It's been in existence since 1951. So it's not something that's going anywhere. And, if you're interested in a job there, you should check out ironmountain.com. All right. And the 5th one, it's actually going to be 2. I'm cheating. I'm going to lump them both together because I used to work in this industry, and, they're 2 of my favorite in-town places. One that I've personally worked for and another that I've worked with closely. and that is Converse, the sneaker company, as well as New Balance, the other sneaker company. Now, most people don't realize that Boston is a hub for the footwear industry. We have so many different companies like Wolverine. We have Clark Shoes. We have New Balance. We have Reebok. We have Puma. We have Adidas. We have Timberland. We have Cole Haan. We have all these places centered around Boston and some directly within Boston. And that's where you're going to get places like New Balance, which is in the Allston Brighton area. You're also going to get places like Converse, that's right on the harbor, right in Boston. It's right next to the bridge. So, as you're coming over the bridge, you're going to see those big Converse signs on the skyline. And it's just a great place to work for both of them. So if you're in the footwear industry, looking at Converse, looking at New Balance, that is my number 5 two best employers. And here's the thing, guys. At the end of the day, if you're coming to Boston for a career, know that it is competitive. There's a lot of people here that just really need to advance their careers. And some will come for a short time, some will stay for a lifetime. The great thing that I found about it is I love helping those people secure a home. So if you are watching this video and you're saying, okay, great, now I know the direction, I am coming to Boston, I am finding a place to work, now I need to find a place to live. Well, that's where I come in. I love it when you either drop a comment or when you send a text or an email and all that information's down below. Hey, Joe, I got the job. Thank you again. State Street was a great suggestion. Or, hey, Joe, where can I live if I'm going to commute to these different areas? Hey, I need to sell my home in Western Mass or Connecticut and New York. Can you help me with that and then get a new home that's going to have a good commute? Because let me tell you, with the jobs, finding the right place to live is so important. But until the next video, drop a like, drop a comment, subscribe, but we'll see you later.